tons of people ask me every year, how did you get to where you are from a tournament perspective? You know, what tournaments did you fish? How did you qualify for this elite series? Where do you sign up? You know, a lot of people don't have any idea. I tell people there's really two paths to become a professional fisherman today. There's one through the FLW, and there's one through BASS. And at the time that I was coming up, you could do both, and I did both. And I fished the BFLs. You know, that's really where I learned to tournament fish. Learned how to make tournament decisions. Learned how to, manage my day properly and that kind of stuff. And really enjoyed those. Made a lot of friends. And I fished the BFLs, and that qualified me for what was then the EverStart series. Now it's called the Stren series. It's the same tour. It's kind of the mid-grade. You've got the BFL, the Stren series, and then the FLW tour and series. And I fished that middle grade. I call it the AAA events. I fished that, and I also fished the Bass Opens as soon as I graduated college. With Bass, they've since introduced their weekend series, which is comparable to the BFL. So you got the BFL and the Bass Weekend Series. It's kind of the minor leagues, single A events, if you will. That's where they're all over the country. They have little smaller regions, and you can still qualify your way up through the bigger ranks. Like I said, the Stren series is on the FLW side, and on the Bass side is the Bass Opens. There's two series of that, the Southerns and the Centrals. That's kind of the AAA. That's right under the big leagues, and then above that on the Bassmaster side is the Elite Series. If you do well, if you finish in the top 5 in that Bass Open Series, then you qualify for the Elite Series. That's the big leagues. That's the big boys. That's where your Kevin Van Dam, Rick Klein, Denny Brower. That's where all those guys are. That's where you can make a living in bass. To become a professional angler through the FLW, you have to fish that Stren series, which anybody can sign up for. And if you finish in the top, I believe it's the top 10 in the points over there, then you qualify for the FLW Tour. The FLW Tour is the big daddy over there. There's no guarantees on the FLW Tour. There's 200 people fishing in each of those events. They pay 10 grand through a lot of places. There's a lot of opportunity over there to fish and make money. And with either trail, that's where you have to be if you want to make a living at it. If you're fishing these AAA events, you better hold on to your day job until you qualify for that upper level. Just because there's not enough money and there's not enough sponsorships to be going around in that middle ground. Is one better than the other? No. It just kind of depends on what you want from your career. Me, I really enjoy the media side of it, doing the video stuff, talking with writers, doing articles, designing baits, making a living other than just tournament winnings alone. I enjoy all that stuff. And for me, that works better with bass. That works better with BASS. They give you a better platform to make a bigger name for yourself. FLW, sure, you can become a pretty big name over there. You can also win a lot of money over there. You can also win a lot of money with bass. So they're both good tournament trails. Bass is the one I've chosen to put my career with, because it's a better platform for me to make a living in numerous ways, not just with tournament winnings, but with sponsors and other business opportunities outside of that. And so that's kind of where I've gone with it. And that's kind of how you can choose your path. You can do one or the other. You can do both and see which one you like better. So there's two ways to become a professional fisherman, professional bass fisherman, that is, and either way is good.
for the last 2 weeks. Record low temperatures. But John Crews, he's got something going right now, sitting in 9th place, and he's waiting for more fish to come to him. Like I said, water temp's about 60 degrees right now. We've already had an initial spawn. But John said after day 3, he said there's a whole new wave coming shallow.
John Crews, very impressive angler. Again, 28 years old. But last year he had 4 top 10 finishes on the Elite Series. Very much made a play for the Angler of the Year title. John Crews of Virginia.
No. Get back up here. Got him. That's what I'm talking about. That's the way to start a day right there.